The next thing I want to share with you is a man named Jensen from Apopka, Florida, got in touch with me recently. And he wanted to share with me some new research that he's done that I think is amazing. I've been to his house and I've seen it. His work provides convincing evidence that along much of North America's eastern and southern coastlines, an extremely numerous, highly advanced civilization existed about 7,000 years ago, 5,000 BC. This high culture, which may have equaled our own, was wiped out in a catastrophe that left visible only the deep marks they dug into the Earth's surface, much of which is now submerged to a depth of 3 to 5 feet. How can this be possible? Because for thousands of years it has been right under our noses, hiding in plain sight. I thought that when the sea rise since the end of the last ice age, the 300 feet, I assumed it was a curve like you see here, just the kind of gradual curve. It wasn't that way. It was done in a series of jumps and fits and starts. So when you look at what really happened, you see that up to 7,000 years ago, it was fairly steady, and then suddenly it stops, and from 7,000 years ago, there's only been 5 feet of rise. Since 5,800 years ago, there's been 3 feet, and since 5,000 years ago, there's only been 1 foot of rise. Something happened around 7,000 years ago to change things. We don't really know what. Now, what you see with John's work is it's strictly Google Earth, but he has a super duper Google Earth thing, and you can really see clear. This is terrible by comparison. I'm almost ashamed to show you, but it's all he really can do when you get it. But all of this is, there's canal systems here. This is a harbor, and a big harbor. And these canals all curved through here, and that little bump that you see where the houses go in, you can see people can wade right out in that. That used to be part of the harbor. And all these canals are not really, they're not new. The people just build on what was already there. It's amazing, and there's lots of it. Up and down the East Coast, around Florida, and over to Louisiana. Now, Louisiana is where the action really is. And I'm from Louisiana. That's how he got me. He said, "You're from Louisiana. How do you not know about this?" I said, "I always heard the oil companies dug them. They didn't dig them all." Look at these double tracks. This goes for 100 miles across the south of Louisiana and north and south. These big double-tracked canals go, and here you see on an island out in the middle, you see how they are, and they're partially submerged. Oil companies didn't dig that. Didn't dig that. The sea levels haven't risen but a few inches since the oil companies started working down there in the 20s and 30s. These are ancient, folks, ancient. That's why he calls them ancient canals. Here you see a good look at one of them, and there's the midline that really exists through all of it. It is the largest mega engineering job on Earth ever. Bigger than the Panama Canal, bigger than the Suez Canal, all of them put together 7,000 years ago. This is history in the making, folks. If anybody wants to get involved in it, help him out, send him some money. He needs to do all kinds of research. Jensen of Apopka, Florida. His website is ancientcanalbuilders.com.
rivers, running water, canals. Okay, many people say, well, many scientists say that, oh, Venus had water a long time ago, but it all boiled away and because it's so hot and so close to the sun. I don't know what the complete theory is on that. If this had happened such a long time ago, these canals and rivers, or these lines that are snaky looking, would not still appear to be dark trenches. They would reflect light a lot more. They wouldn't absorb it as water does. Water does reflect light, but at a certain angle to the light. So I found these in this image. And this image number, you can get it offline. I believe it's, I don't have it right now, but if you search for it on the NASA website, you can find it. Okay, this here is all lake. As you can see, there is a shoreline right here. It runs right along here. Follow it all the way down. What you're seeing is the reflection right here of this in the surface of the water. Okay, other things you're seeing here is water coming off this highest plateau and running down the side. These did not turn up until after I grayscaled the image and projected it into a inverted or negative form. I know many of you say, well, yeah, you're probably dreaming, but when I look at Earth examples and compare them to these, I think that the dream is actually reality. And a lot of people are hardcore to not accept it because we've been taught in a different way. On this image, and you can find this on NASA website, I found another interesting spot that I think tells me that not only is there water on Venus, but there is an intelligence. There's actually two spots. Here's one of them. These, I believe, is some type of vegetation or trees or something because it's in rows. Anybody who's flying by and capturing images, how do we dismiss this?